point updated.
So here we are in North Aylesbury. Literally, this is one of the first few days in the last day or two where we've actually had some sunshine. So this is Buckingham Park, and you can see that the water is generally receding from the park. It was actually quite flooded not long ago with all the rain that we've had. And here is the River Tame. And that quite often sort of flows over into the floodplains, which is around here. And that's the Buckingham Park estate. Built a number of years ago. You can get a good idea of sort of what it looks like if we just take the drone up a little higher. Looks nice. Just take ourselves up to 100 metres. There we go. So we've got a nice view here. Buckingham Park. And here we have the wind turbine, which you can see from miles away. So if we just zoom ourselves in. So take ourselves in just a little bit more. There we go. You can see it spinning nicely. There's a nice breeze around. And it's facing south, so I guess the wind must be coming from the south. If you just take ourselves around to the right, you've got the school there, playground. You can see from miles, you can see the Chiltern Hills and everything. And this is a road that sort of leads into Winslow in North Aylesbury. So just turn around, this is Watermead. It's got its own lake and stuff there. Well, two lakes really, or lakes or ponds, however you wish to describe it. Let's go forward a little bit so you can see what it looks like. But again, a few weeks ago it was freezing, and all of this water around here on the lakes was frozen. But now, so you've got some nice birds and ducks and stuff just enjoying themselves on the unfrozen water. There's a kite. The kites love it round here. There we go. Look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? There's a lot of thermals around here, which is why the kites love just being around this location. So there's the kite there, just moving nicely. So we've just swung round a bit from Watermead. Just come back. This again here, this is the Chiltern Hills. You can see the hills in the distance. And that's just Aylesbury. Take yourselves a little further there. Yeah. So you can see the Chiltern Hills, sort of Wendover Woods in this area. People go for nice walks and stuff up there, and today would be a nice day to go for a walk up there. It's nice just going looking over North Aylesbury. And all the way up onto Wendover Woods in there. Someone's having a fire or something. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. They're just looking at Aylesbury over here. That's the Chiltern Hills. So here we are. So here's the Walton building in Aylesbury. So you can see this from miles away. So it's an old brutalist building. It was local town council building. I think they might still use it for some things, but I don't think it's fully occupied. And you can go in just a little bit further. So this is about 6 times zoom from where we are. And we're going to get a little bit of haze, simply because of the distance and because of the water vapour that's evaporating. And we're at 24 times zoom, so you can see the little dishes on the top, the various things, and the glass in the building. And this is the town centre. I'll just go nice and slowly to the right so you can see. What it looks like. We got the sun sort of heading towards us, so there will be a little sort of excess exposure. Again, you can see the Chiltern Hills and the green fields, which is nice. This here you might recognise. We just zoom ourselves in. Recognise the area of Aylesbury that has that sort of bridging over it. So that's the walkway that takes you past the station from Southcourt area, and then that sort of links up and comes out where the big, tall, old council building is. So if we can see the church, it's in the centre of town. Here we are. So this is St Mary's the Virgin Church. It's right up on the top of the hill. It's the centrepiece of Aylesbury. It's a lovely church. Nice grounds with trees and lots of grass. You can sit down there, have picnics, and it's right in the town centre. So you see what time it is. Just about, it says, I think it's about 1:45. And here we are, that's the walkway there as well. That's the bridge, and that's sort of by the station there. Take ourselves around to the right a little bit. And now we're heading sort of straight into the sun, which is why it's quite sort of glary on the screen. Then we start to get to some of the industrial estate areas. And this now is sort of, let's say, sort of northwest Aylesbury, looking in that direction. So this is Bicester Road here, and then here is the Sainsbury's. So that's Sainsbury's there. That's the car park for the council building, the Buckinghamshire Council building, which is here, this structure here. It's like lots of people in work there. And if we come around just slightly, so we'll see Meadowcroft over there, all the industrial estates. This here, we start getting ourselves into some of the shops. So if we just move slightly to the right, you've got Tesco's, I just passed there. But then here, Broadfields, or Berryfields, sorry. Is it Broadfields? One of the two. And here you've got the Range, always a favourite with people. You've got the toy store, you've got Smith's. You've got Next. And then you've got Marks and Spencer's and Halfords as well. So in this direction around here, what you have is we're looking at Berryfields, that sort of housing area. So that's Buckingham Park with all the water that we saw, and this is the Berryfields housing estate. And that's the sort of community centre and the GP surgery, etc. So if you want to see the River Tame from above, we can just have a little fly down Buckingham Park so you can see what it looks like. You can hear all the sound of the traffic behind me. So most of this water, hopefully if it doesn't rain in the next week or two, it should sort of start to evaporate off. And this is a different angle of the Buckingham Park housing estate. So this is the eastern end of it here. Again, you can see the Watermead, and then the other end of Buckingham Park here, still some of the stagnant water. But it'll drain away or evaporate. Just coming back nice and slowly. And here we're sort of coming to one of the main crossroads. So this is what was sort of like the old bypass for Aylesbury, but now Aylesbury has expanded out. You get all the traffic from the A41 sort of comes up this road here when they need to go to Bicester or Oxford. They tend to come down this road. That there was an old showroom, and then this has been demolished. Apparently it's going to be an Aldi or a Lidl or something like that, but nothing has started. They just demolished it. And next door where those few cars are is the Methodist Church. Lots of the houses here have sort of nice long gardens, which is nice. So this is, I think it's Bicester Road or Weedon Road, maybe Weedon Road actually. And this takes you all the way out south Aylesbury, then onto the A41, which will then take you to But it is nice. You've got all the greenery sort of just surrounding Aylesbury. And on a day like this, it's really, really nice. Lots of nice walks, especially down the canal. So the canal's in the far distance over there, sort of in the centre of the screen. And in this area here, this is where you have another big housing development, Kingsbrook. All very modern houses. I think they're still expanding it and building more houses. And there's going to be even more houses on the south side of Aylesbury. And that's, I think, this could be the solar farm. Yeah, that's the solar farm. That's on the outskirts of Kingsbrook. So you can see all the solar panels there. Yep. Town. Again, the sun's facing towards the drone camera, so that's why you've got a bit of exposure. And we'll just take ourselves around to the left slowly. Pass back past Watermead and then look back towards Buckingham Park. It's a lovely clear blue sky with a nice few streaks of soft cloud. Really, it's probably one of the best days we've had. Still need a jumper on outside, though there will be people walking around in shorts, because there always is around Aylesbury. Even in the winter, there were people walking around in shorts, and that made me feel cold. So now we're just coming back towards Watermead. All the green fields in the distance, which is really nice. Right, so I need to land now. I need to change the battery. So, I hope you like this. Just a nice first sunny day, really, of Aylesbury. We're able to sort of take in just the nice surroundings. And the traffic will start to pick up at about 3 o'clock when the children come out of school and the parents come and pick them up. So don't travel between about 3 and 3:30 because just gets chock around here.